Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be talking about PSR. So I'll be going through each of this topic listed here. I'll explain what PSR is, what do they do, how it was created, how do we implement them in PHP, and what version and how does Drupal implement it. So starting with what PSR is, PSR stands for PHP um, Standard Recommendations. In 2009, a group of developers came together and they created an organization called as PHP Framework Intercorp Group, also known as PHP FIG. So, why they created it? Uh, Suppose you are working or a developer is working on a software with the perspective that that software can have integrations in future. So there is a possibility that other developers can work with on that software or with that software. So a software built on PHP must follow certain standards so that it is easier for other developers to go through or understand the code. So with that intention, those developers created this group, and they created a lot of versions. They created a lot of versions, for example PSR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and more. So there are more than seven, and but some of them are listed here. Like PSR 12 is there for another style guide, and PSR 13 is there for hypermedia link. Uh, PSR 1, 2, 3. I'll be explaining a few of the concepts of PSR 1, 2, and 4. So, you guys can see PSR 1 was invented for implementing the or specifying the recommendations for basic coding standards. So, this includes the fundamentals such as PHP tags, how a PHP section or a file should be opened and closed, the basic naming convention. Um, Let me explain you this with the help of examples. So if I go here, I can check that PSR1, the basic coding standard, tells us that a PHP section must be opened with this tag. You guys can see I have opened this section with this tag, and it must be opened with this tag, and it must be closed with this tag. So it must be closed with this tag, and it should not have something like this. So it should not be opened with this only. So that's what basic opening and closing tag under basic coding standard states. Another one is naming. So naming convention for classes, member variables, and functions, constant. So everything is listed under this point. So a class name should be in camel case, and the first character must be capital. So this is an example of how a class name should be. And then member variable of classes or variables should be like this. Should be following camel casing again, but the first character must be in small letters. Similarly, for methods or functions, they should also be in camel casing. And in case of constant, they must all be in capitals and must be concatenated with underscore. So this is an example for that. This is all about PSR 1. If I talk about PSR 2, this was created for stating the coding style guide. This includes as in how a function should be written, how the braces should be used, how the argument should be written, how a class name should be written, how the interfaces must be written, what how the indentation must be followed in case the function is having a lot of arguments, how to use multi-line declaration. So all of that is listed under this coding style guide PSR2. So to give you an example, it states that a class must not end with this keyword. So you guys see I'm not ending this PSR2 example file not with this, whereas it was mentioned in PSR1 that the class must end with that keyword. Another one is that a class name can implement interfaces, and if it is implementing in interfaces, they can be written in single line, like here, and they can be written in multiple lines. In case of multiple line, the keyword must be in the same line as of class declaration, but the interfaces individually, they must be in their own line. The braces must be their own in their own line. Similarly, for the class name, starting and ending of methods must be in the braces must be in the same in their own line. The naming convention for the properties, I have already told you guys in PSR 1, but that is all already covered there. But it tells that a property of a class must specify the access specifier. Similarly, in case of function, in case a function is having a lot more more or a lot of arguments, and they are not adjusting in the specified character limit of a line. Suppose the line character limit is 120, and the argument list is going beyond that, then we can write the arguments in multi-line form. So each argument can be written in their own line only. So this is all about PSR 1 and PSR 2. In the next video we will talk about PSR 4 in deep, so do check out that video.